Alrighty, welcome back, BPD family. It is me, Big Papa D, and we're back for another one today. Today, our buddy Dax has dropped a brand new song.
Now it is time for the greatest, most handsome, talented reactor in social media today. Who wrote this nonsense? None of this is remotely true. Most handsome? Hardly. You've got to be kidding me. Here's some chubby guy who is slightly more entertaining than watching paint dry. Big Papa D! This check better not bounce, fatty.
Alright, Dax has dropped a new song. The name of the song is Eternity. Dax, you're not sure what you're ever going to get. Either like hardcore rap or you're going to get the sing-songy ones that have a huge message. Well, no matter what Dax does, there's a huge message. But the title of this is Eternity. I'm not sure what to expect. So without any further ado, we have Dax with Eternity.
And when you really examine the concept of eternity, one will find that there is no end. Life after death is a concept humans still don't understand.
How long is eternity? I don't understand. Some say forever, but if it's forever, then when does it come to an end? It's more than a concept, an infinite time that we spend. It confirms that our lives here on earth are a blip of existence and don't make a dent. As we get older, it creeps in our mind, the thought of the end and beginning of time. The life that we thought that we lived doesn't matter, approaching the thought that someday we all die. I get confused when I look in the sky. What is this water hitting my eyes? Maybe the rain is the pain and shame that hits earth when God cries. As we get older, we don't care what we did. It's not the things we receive, but the things we give. We try to go back to the time we were kids, but those shoes no longer fit. And then we finally realize that everyone dies, but not everyone lives.
Wow, profound. Okay, so we're approaching the age-old question. Dax has such insight for being as young as he is, because this is stuff that I ponder and talk about all the time. Basically, there's many parts to it. The one part is you live through your entire life, and it takes forever to gain knowledge. When you're young, you want to just rule the world. You want to be as successful as you can, be as rich as you can, because you think that's all that matters. When you're older, you gain perspective, and there's a lot of things that are more important. Almost every one of us wishes that we could go back and do things differently. But on the grand scheme of things, yeah, I mean, you know, the universe is eternal. I mean, as far as we know. And, I mean, you can look at that from a religious standpoint. You can also look at it just from, you know, a scientific standpoint. But basically, it's talking about the vastness of everything. And if everything goes on forever and, you know, we're just dust in the wind, then why does anything matter? That is a fact, but for me, it's not a negative fact. It's a freeing fact. Is that if our lives are dust in the wind, then our problems are even less than that. And what drags us down as a world is even less than that. So if we're, you know, just a blip on the radar, then we need to take advantage of that and live our best lives.
We try to go back to the time we were kids, but those shoes no longer fit. And then we finally realize that everyone dies, but not everyone lives. So I'm taking a chance. I'm living my life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands. I'm giving my time to the people who love me for everything that I am. I'm living my life in reality, not for a post that they'll tap when they open the gram. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not gonna dwell on my past mistakes. I'm bridging the gap between my dreams and what I see while I'm awake. They say leave it up to fate.
Look at all these tropes. This girl basically giving $100 to this homeless guy, but she got to get all the press for it. It's more about her than it is about helping him. We got the gold digger thing you see on YouTube all the time. It's always fake, you know, where a guy talks to a girl in a normal place and then pulls up in a hot car and then she's all about it, and then just chicks chasing a dude that has a bunch of money. So I'm sure you saw all that. Didn't need me to explain it, but
I'm living my life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands. I'm giving my time to the people who love me for everything that I am. I'm living my life in reality, not for a post that they'll tap when they open the gram. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not gonna dwell on my past mistakes. I'm bridging the gap between my dreams and what I see while I'm awake. They say leave it up to fate. Well, fate favors those who take. Cause if eternity's forever and all this is temporary, why wait? Humanity's lost. We obsess the price of material things, but at what cost?
That's the thing. None of it means anything. None of it. I've lost households worth of things 3 times in my life. And it didn't mean nothing, because I still had my family, and I still had my friends, and I still had everything else. Material things don't matter. And this comes from a guy who loves his tech. I gotta have the latest phone, latest this and that. But I also realize it doesn't mean a damn thing. It's something that I enjoy, but it's something I need.
All this is temporary. Why wait? Humanity's lost. We obsess the price of material things, but at what cost? Then treat time like currency and spend it for applause, because we think that life is just a game we can turn on and off. We build, we break, renew, replace. We 9 to 5 and count the days for 40 years till 65, then live off what our pension pays. We fall in line as mental slaves. Our bodies work, our minds are caged, and that's why people say the richest place you'll find is at the graves full of hopes and dreams.
That's similar topics he mentioned in his remix of North of Richmond, and also in To Be a Man, that we just toil our entire lives doing a job we absolutely freaking hate. And by the time we get to a point where we're retired or we have enough money, then our lives are almost over. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he is so lucky to realize this. Now, granted, he's in a position where he's not out there doing a 9 to 5 every day, so he gets time to be creative and think and that stuff. Not that his life isn't super busy. I'm sure it is. But you know what I'm saying. He don't have to worry about his bills, the electric staying on and having food in the house. I always said that hopefully one day, somehow in this kind of the world, we find out a way to have cheap housing, like easily built housing. Everyone's off the grid as far as solar and everything like that, so more of us won't have to kill ourselves 40 hours a week for 50 years to enjoy the good life. If the minimum things are provided, not provided, I don't want anyone to give me anything, but like plant a garden, be able to buy solar cells, cheap, easily built homes and things of that sort. So, because of the world and this country and around the world, people had time to focus on what they want to do with their lives and their likes and their creativity, and also deal with issues that they're dealing with, mental health and, other things like family things, and spend time with their friends that need them and other people. It would just be, it would be awesome.
We fall in line as mental slaves. Our bodies work, our minds are caged, and that's why people say the richest place you'll find is at the graves full of hopes and dreams that people never chased, full of feelings that we felt but never got to say. All the thoughts inside our heads that we kept stored and locked away. As our age increased and we got old and everything decayed, and when we finally realized that our whole lives was not a game, and that time was a commodity that we could not regain, and that we were in control and there was no one else to blame, is the day that we change. It's eternity, no way. Eternity, no way. It's eternity, no end. Eternity, no way. It's eternity, no way. It's eternity, no way. It's eternity, no end. Eternity, no way.
What are you doing with your time? What is your definition of happiness?
It sounds like The Rock.
Are you giving
Sounds
more
like
than
a
you're
Ross
taking?
voice.
And finally, if it were to all end right now, what are you holding on to that you need to let the world see?
That's awesome. Everything he does is so profound. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is that we're all guilty of that, of wasting time, thinking that there'll be more time, and then at the end of the time, whether it's with family or friends or your own self, eventually time runs out and you've wasted so much time. I'm just as guilty as that as anybody else. Monopoly Go and all those other stupid games that you're on your phone with that you could be just doing much more, creative stuff. I mean, I do more than most, but I still waste a lot of time. Yeah, that was awesome by Dax. If there's anything else by Dax you want me to react to, let me know in the comments. As always, all of Dax's stuff will be in the description. Make sure you hop over, like, subscribe to his channel. All my stuff will also be there, so check out my Patreon, Rumble, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Super Thanks is available on most videos. We are really, really, really close to 10,000 subs and super close to 1 million total views. So anything you can do to push that along. When we get real close to 10,000 subs, like within like 20, 25, maybe 50, I'm going to do a live stream and we're going to push it over the top. So look for that on the channel. You'll see that in the community page. So look for that. I appreciate every single one of you. You will see me again. Peace and love.
I can't believe you're still here. Did you fall asleep? If you liked this video, I suggest you subscribe and or seek professional help. Your choice.